Hey guys, it's Maxie here and welcome to another TEW2020 video. You join us on the road to lockdown after a very successful Slammiversary pay-per-view. So I think I've decided we'll just have a standard pay-per-view with the main event match being within a steel cage. Whether there's maybe one or two matches, maybe title matches we could do under the same stipulation. But for the now, we'll go with just a world title match. Maybe stretch it to 2 or 3, but we'll see what happens. So there's a wee bit of fallout from obviously the pay-per-view before, but we are straight on the way to building up to lockdown. So without further ado, this is your first taping of 4 on the road to lockdown. Let's do it. So we are at centre stage, we're at the loft, and we should be getting about 650 fans in attendance. And we have a man who made his intentions clear of where his future lie. That is of course Ace Austin, and he is calling out Matt Cardona. And in this promo, he basically says he's on a winning streak. It is his time. The future is now. There's no guys who have been around for a while and done nothing in a fluke the World Championship that are going to stand in his way. So he's challenging Cardona to a championship match where there's no escape at lockdown. So they have a little bit of going back and forth here, and it ends with Matt Cardona accepting. Meaning straight off the bat, we have Ace Austin, Matt Cardona, Impact World Championship inside a steel cage as your main event at lockdown, and that gathered a 67 rated segment. Straight into some action we went in the X division. It was a decent matchup that saw Phoenix get a win over Xperia in 10-13 with the Meteora, a 49. For people that follow my AEW save, man, I am absolutely using Phoenix every day of the week, just phenomenal. Every time I watch him on Dynamite, just continues to blow my mind of just how quick he is. So yeah, we'll be probably giving a wee bit of push and hoping we don't lose him to AEW, but maybe in the short term, you know, we use him, we get over, and if our company's in a better position, we might be able to kind of fight AEW if it comes down to getting him on a written contract. But a good win for him and some exposure for Xperia. We then had a decent matchup that saw Brian Myers pick up the win over TJP in 9:38 after using a foreign object. This gathered a 41. TJP is far more over than Myers in this, so let's get some of that overness over to the Long Island native as he cheats to pick up a victory with the keep. TJP strong here, so we made this just storytelling as well, so that's why your match rating's as low as a 41 when it could have been a lot higher. Going to the backstage area, we bump into the wrestling teacher, Chris Hero. He obviously bumps into Brian Myers. He commends him and says, fantastic win there over TJP. I certainly believe the actions you took were certainly merited. You certainly really do come across as the ultimate professional wrestler. I will keep an eye out on you, Mr. Myers, because I feel there could be potential for some sort of alliance here. So they shake hands. We move on with that 45 segment, and Chris Hero will be in action next against Tommy Dreamer. Their matchup was decent, and Chris Hero get the win over Tommy Dreamer in 7:57 with a hangman's elbow, a 45 here. A very impressive performance from Chris Hero as we continue to build him up with victories, at least on television, maybe not so much on pay-per-view after his losing effort against Eddie Edwards. We then have a backstage assault as the Knockouts champion Thunder Rosa, and she is taken out by the last 2 challengers she has defeated in Tenille Dashwood and Taya Valkyrie. Both are absolutely livid they can't get the job done on Thunder Rosa, and this beatdown leaves the champ down in a 46 rated segment. We then have John Silver, Johnny Hungee, flexing his guns, and he just says, you know, he's a handsome boy, he's Johnny Hungee, he's a meat man, and just think it's funny that Suicide's under a mask. What, is he ugly or something? So a 30 rated segment as we build up for John Silver versus Suicide. And that matchup was about to have a decent reaction from the crowd and subpar wrestling as Suicide picks up the win over John Silver in 9:48 by pinfall. A 41 here, simple, effective, getting some momentum for Suicide. We move along to a promo from the former Knockouts Tag Team Champions, that is Deonna Purrazzo and Kimberly, and they just basically say Su Yung and Rosemary get lucky. They're uggos, they're gross, they're creepy, and they just took advantage of the fact that Kimberly was scared of them, but down the line they've got a rematch and they'll claim back their Knockouts Tag Team Championships. We then had a matchup that saw another decent one, standard of the night. Josh Alexander defeats Crazy Steve in 6:43 with a TKO, a 46. Good win here for Josh Alexander in singles competition, with Ethan Page by his side. After the matchup, we have a 2-on-1 beatdown on Crazy Steve by the North, so Ethan Page has joined in, him and Josh Alexander beating him down before the lights go out, and out of nowhere comes Pavel Kirkin and he fights them off, saving Crazy Steve from a serious beating. At 34, Pavel Kirkin debuts a clown gimmick, which is poor. Real life, they got Black Taurus, we've got Pavel Kirkin. Welcome Pavel Kirkin to Impact Wrestling, and welcome to the Decay. A legend of the channel, I would say. If you followed for a long time, you know Pavel Kirkin was maybe even a TEW2020 signee, just basically because he looked like the Joker. So yeah, we're actually going to go ahead and give him a push as part of the Decay. Moving along, we had the X Division Championship on the line, a good matchup. I just really wanted to see how they'd do together. So Leo Rush defeats Stu Grayson in 10:01 with the Dragon's Call, giving a 7th defence of the X Division Championship for Leo, a 55, and 2 impressive performances there, and that was just a regular match, not even steal the show. We then head towards our main event for the evening, and Enzo and Big Kaz say, they won that matchup, that Battle Royal, so they're #1 contenders, and they're going to do a little bit of a scouting mission on FTR in the main event. They want to lay down a marker and show that they can become the next Impact Tag Team Champions. 54. So the main event was between FTR, Willie Mack and Rich Swann. You'll see why Enzo and Cass gave their promo shortly. But in about they had great wrestling and good heat, FTR defeat Swann and Willie Mack in 13:36 when Dax Harwood pinned the former Impact World Champion with the Big Rig or Shatter Machine. Willie Mack was a weak link here, Dax Harwood off his game. But at 64, FTR are effectively going to be doing similar stuff to Lucha Bros and AEW, just being the team that just carry at a high level. I felt here a big massive win over a former champion, and then I could maybe start a redemption storyline for Rich Swann. And we finished this show with a heated confrontation between Enzo, Big Kaz, and Harwood and Wheeler. So overall, this show has given us a 59, increased our popularity in 34 regions. We're still not financially good enough to get production values up, so hence they are where they are. But a good show. We obviously debut the character of Pavel Kirkin, and over the course of the next couple of weeks you'll see some of the new signees make their way to Impact. I do plan to have quite a big roster, but at the same time just to allow me to have the rotation of workers over the course of the 4 bookings, the 4 tapings, because I can't really have FTR wrestle like 4 matches in one night. That's just going to highly risk injury, which is not ideal. But yeah, I'd say it's a pretty solid first week. 1 match set in stone, a couple of us have really hinted at, and hopefully we can carry on in that vein. So thank you very much for watching, hope you've enjoyed today's show, and I shall see you for some more Impact Wrestling in a few days' time. Take it easy, and bye bye.